Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories. Today, I want to do an update of my top 37 after the show, obviously, because we are now over a week after the Eurovision Final 2023. And some countries have gone up in my estimation, some have gone down. And I want to show you and tell you also the reasons for the changes. I am basing this on the video I did roughly a month before Eurovision happened, and you will see the changes in position as well. Now you see that my last place has actually not changed. That is still Poland, Blanca with Solo. I just have to say that this song was very annoying to me from the very beginning, and it is still very annoying. I understand that she had a good vocal performance, better than anyone expected. I also understand that people like this performance and the elements that they added, but I have to say the dance break, the graphics, and especially that beginning with the influencer moves just made it even more annoying to me, to be honest. So I kind of like it less, I think, than I did before. And so 37th place stays the same, and Poland is in that place, unfortunately. In 36th place, I have Ireland. I kind of expected very much more than they delivered. I think this performance was so lackluster, big lack of energy, no engagement really with the audience. It just fell really flat. It could have been a really anthemic moment in that semifinal, but it wasn't. And their reaction to their result kind of didn't help me appreciate the song more. So they have gone down, as you can see, 8 places and are now in second to last place in my top 37. Then in 35th place, I have San Marino going down a bit. I do still think that he has a good voice, that the song is okay, but overall it was just, again, quite lackluster, quite missing something that would have made it stand out, and I'm probably not going to listen to this song again, unfortunately. Of course, this is my opinion, so you can criticize me and tell me in the comments that I'm completely wrong, but, you know, it's subjective and my personal opinion. Now, in 34th place, I have Azerbaijan. I've said this a few times, gone down a little bit. The song is quite pleasant when it's on. I think they are cute and pleasant and nice people. I saw a lot of interaction in the green room with other singers. They seem like really cool guys, but the song itself is just not enough to convince me. So Azerbaijan is where it is. In 33rd place, improving a little bit because they added this acoustic part to the song. And I really like that, to be honest. It really felt good. It put the focus on his really good voice, but then it all kind of fell apart when he stopped doing the acoustic part and was alone on that stage, and then the girl coming in, and I don't know, everything a bit strange. Also the graphics quite strange, but overall it has improved a bit because of the acoustic part. Then this has improved also quite a bit, 4 places, because I think the performance was really well staged. They gave each of the family members something to do, which was really important. Albina has a great voice. I just personally don't like the song that much because it was a bit too messy. But yeah, very well staged, I have to say. This has gone down, as you can see, a lot, and that is Serbia. I don't know, every time I saw this performance, I liked it a little bit less because it was just starting to get on my nerves a little bit, like very messy, very in your face a lot of the time. And I do understand the concept. I love the message. I like him a lot. I didn't like the singing that much. So overall, it just lost a lot of its impact that it had when I first saw it, to be honest. Same thing in 30th place, I have Spain going down even more than Serbia. I just had hope for something more acoustic. As you can see, I liked that with Romania, and I expected something like that for Spain. It didn't happen, and that's fine. It's her artistic vision, but it was also just too in your face, too frantic, too much happening. And yeah, no, not my type of thing, unfortunately. In 29th place, Cyprus going up a little bit. I was very pleasantly surprised by his vocal performance. I do think that he had a lot of help, but he did it well. I think the staging was just a bit underwhelming. Not that much was happening, and the song is what it is. I just don't see that much in that song, to be honest, and I still can't stand the break a broken heart rhyme, but otherwise quite okay, I have to say. Ukraine going up a little bit. Again, a slick pop song, but it was just a bit monotonous for me. And I didn't like the outfits that much, but otherwise, good performance. They did well, but yeah, not my cup of tea. In 27th place, staying where they were, is Malta. I really liked the nerdiness of the performance, but the song was just a bit too repetitive, and that hasn't really changed. The performance was basically like in the national final, so no big surprises there. Iceland, I would have liked or preferred to have the same performance as in the national final. As you can see, it's gone down a bit. I didn't like the outfit. I think she overdid it at times, the jumping and also the vocals, even though I do like that. It's still an okay song. I might listen to it from time to time, but overall, it's not the kind of performance I want to see again, I don't think. In 25th place, Denmark. This is kind of my guilty pleasure. I always say that. I think I'm too old for this song, but it is a catchy pop song. He performed it pretty okay, I think. I kind of thought that it might qualify, but I also understand why it didn't, to be honest. Yeah, not much else to say. Standard, pretty okay performance. The UK going down a bit. I do like her sass and her engagement with the camera, but it did seem a bit amateur at times, and the vocals obviously weren't on par with the kind of performance that she was trying to give. And that was really a pity because the song itself is not bad. It's charting in a few countries, it's doing well, and I could listen to it again. But yeah, the performance and the vocals were just not good enough, unfortunately. Then Georgia going down a bit as well. It is just 3 minutes of intense oomph. A bit like Spain, a bit like Serbia. I think a bit more melodious, and I do like listening to it while I'm at the gym, for example. But overall, I think, and I did like the performance too, with the big screens in the background, looked quite dramatic. But in the end, I think it was just too monotonous, both the song and the staging, to do well and also to impress me. So 23rd is the result. 22nd, going up a bit. Usually, this should be right up my alley. I said that in the last video because it's a ballad. I love women belting out a good ballad, usually. And she did impress me with the vocals. They were amazing every single time she performed. Well, the 2 times I saw her perform it. But overall, the song is just not catching me for some reason. I don't really know why. But yeah, 22nd place. Then this has gone up a bit. Israel, I still don't understand this song. I'm so sorry, but it's just a mess to me. But I have to recognize that Noa Kirel is a star, that she did a great performance, and they kind of got everything out of the song that they could. I wish that she returns. I hope that she returns with a better song, and then she might actually win. But Unicorn is just not my kind of cup of tea. But I do recognize the great performance. Then this has gone up, I think, the most. Well, there's one more country that has also gone up quite a bit, and that is Australia. I still don't really like the song. That's a bit like with Israel. But I have to say, their energy on stage and them together, also in the green room and everywhere else, made me really appreciate them as a band, but also the song in a way. So I really like that. And yeah, 14 places up in my top 37. The Netherlands going down a bit because we all know that the chemistry wasn't quite there, the vocals weren't quite there. They changed the key of the song, which made it less impactful, I think. But it is still a good song, I think. Germany going down, I think there was a bit of lack of energy. I again think it would have been better to have all the band members together. I did love the song when it came out. I think a bit because I was so relieved that Ike Hüftgold wasn't going to represent us. So I kind of overestimated the song a little bit. It's still in 18th place, so I still do like it and I listen to it, but it's not among my top favorites anymore. Moldova, I just think his vocal performance and the performance as such were a bit too messy, but I do think it's a good song. I do like all the folk references in the song. I really appreciate that, but yeah, it's not among my like top 15, as you can see. Switzerland has gone up a bit. I have to say, I love his vocal performance. I love singing along to the song. If I don't remember what the lyrics are about, the lyrics are still the big problem. Otherwise, this song would be maybe fifth in my top. But it has the lyrics it has, and I do love his voice. I did think that the staging was pretty good as well, quite helping to make an impact and elevate the song a bit. But overall, yeah, it still has the lyrics, so I can't rank it higher. Slovenia going up quite a lot. I love their energy, their chemistry. I was really surprised seeing that in the semifinal, how much I liked it, because I was always a bit on the fence. I still don't think it's the greatest song. And again, I think they could come back with a better song, but their energy and their charisma was just what convinced me in this case. In 14th place, I have the biggest climber, I think. Yeah, no, definitely the biggest climber, and that is Gustav for Belgium. This song and is still kind of old-fashioned, and there's lots of elements that I shouldn't like. But when I see him on stage with his girls and with this amazing staging and the great graphics in the background, it just gives me joy and makes me want to dance along and sing along. So yeah, really well done, Belgium. And I'm really happy that he got a top 10 result with that song. In 13th place, I have Greece. Still like the song in the studio version, but obviously the performance was underwhelming. The outfit wasn't great. The singing wasn't great. The staging as such wasn't a good idea, I think. But I still think that it is a good song, and I will continue listening to that song. In 12th place, La Grande France with Évidemment and Lazara. I think this was hurt quite a bit by the staging. I watched it again, and it looks good in the moments where the camera is focused on her. But when you see this tower and the disco lights and the dress and everything, it is just a bit too much. And I do still love the song. I like it quite a lot, and I will continue listening to it. So that's why it's in 12th place. Then Latvia going down one place, but is still among my favorites this year. They have a few songs I like more than Aja, but it's a great song with a great meaning, and they are a great band. So I kind of hope they return too. They almost made it to the final, so maybe next time. Maybe. In 10th place, I have Armenia going down a bit as well. I didn't like the addition of the dance break. I still think it's a very melodious song. I love the instrumentation. I love the rap part and the graphics they had for that, the black and white, really effective. But the beginning and the end of the performance seemed a bit less effective to me. But it's still in my top 10, and I still really like this song. In 9th place, Czechia. I mean, I loved this song when it first came out. I love national languages, and to have 4 different languages in one song is just something that is right up my alley. They had a very good staging, outfits, cool concept for the whole story of the song and the message they wanted to send out to Europe. So yeah, I do like the song. I will be listening to this for a long time, I think. In 8th place, I have Lithuania. This might surprise some of you. I really do love her still. I do love this song still. But in the whole scheme of things, with all the other songs being performed, this kind of lost a bit of steam. As you can see, it's still 8th, so I still like it a lot, and I will be listening to it. But something, the spark was missing, because it was kind of the same as in the national final also, so it wasn't that surprising, maybe. In 7th place, a big climber for me is Croatia. I think I will be listening to the song for years and years to come, because it is, and I realize this now, a very good song. It's very catchy, it's very different and fresh. It has a message, obviously, that I've talked about so much, but the song itself is also great. And I have said this in my reviews of the final. When they take their clothes off and it's these old guys on stage doing whatever they want, it just gets me every time. I've watched the performance like 4 times again since the final, and I laugh every single time when they do that. So well done, Croatia. I hope you stay in the lane of sending out their entries, maybe, because kind of worked for you this year, and I want to see more of this kind of humor or artistry from Croatia. In sixth place, I have Austria. I love these two so much. They are both Eurovision fans, and you can feel that. I love the song, the message. I like the staging, even though I would have liked it to be a bit more quirky, but they are great and they can be really proud of what they achieved. So, sixth place for Austria. In fifth place, going up quite a bit, is Norway. I think this might have to do with the Italian version that I have listened to a lot. If you have been to my channel, you know that I love Italian music, and having an Italian version of your song can help quite a lot in my top 37. It's just the energy that I get listening to the song. It is a bit gimmicky in the lyrics, I understand that, but it just brings me joy, and I like listening to it, especially while running or doing some physical activity. It's really helpful to listen to a song like this. Next up, number 4, Portugal with Mimicat. I just love this performance. I loved her. Everything about this song is just full of heart. I can't explain it in another way. When you see her perform, you really want to go along with her. It gives you energy. I love this saudade and also joy at the same time that I think only the Portuguese know how to do. Absolutely love it. So yeah, it has gone down one place, and you will see why in a minute, but I just think it is a great song. Finland also going down one, but I mean, what can I say about Kerja? Amazing energy in both parts. I did think the second part could have been a bit better, and that is maybe why it has gone down a little bit. Also, listening to it over and over again, at some point, it gets a bit much. Maybe it's still in third place, so I still love listening to it. I will be listening to this for years to come while I'm at the gym, for example, or when I had a stressful day at work, as he says in the song. Still love the message of the song, so yeah, third place, well deserved. In second place, I now have Sweden going up. Tattoo is about to enter my top 10 most streamed songs ever on Last FM. So there must be something about this song that I really, really like. And there is. I really love the energy in the pain and rain, and I just want to be loved. There are some parts that I don't like that much, but I have kind of glossed over them a little bit, and I now really, really appreciate this song. And this will be, it's also the kind of song you can play at a party and people won't leave because you played a Eurovision song, and I really like that too. So Tattoo is my number 2. And my number 1, and this wasn't going to change, and especially not with this performance that he delivered in the final. So much emotion, so incredible as a performer, a beautiful song, a beautiful ballad. The staging was good. The outfit I now appreciate a lot. I mean, couldn't have been better. I'm a huge Marco Mengoni fan, and I have become an even bigger fan. He's about to be the second most streamed artist ever in my playlist. So, I mean, amazing. And Italy was always going to be my number 1, even after Eurovision, I do think. So, this is my updated top 37 after the show. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know your top 37 if you want. And please subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this one, and then I'll see you for my next video. Bye bye.